Let's make a new layer now. I'm going to call this base. I'm going to call this dark. So the reason why I did this way, I wanted to just kind of quickly block in a few areas on this base layer. I just want to throw in kind of the background to establish that, and then the skin's kind of all in one area, the shirt's going to be all kind of the same, and the hair of course. So I kind of broke these things up into the three main components. Now I'm going to make another component which is going to be the dark. So I'm going to look at my photo and I'm going to try to find all the absolute darkest places and start with the darkest color there. I am going for like the nostrils, the crease of the mouth, the pupils. The hair's already there, so that's the other dark place, but those areas, and then maybe the eyelids and the eyelashes. And we're going to make the dark layer a multiply blend mode. And the color we're going to use is going to kind of depend on what we're filling in here. So for the nostrils, maybe we'll use something like this. I'm going to use the detail oils brush for this so I can get in kind of tight. And then lightly, anywhere there's some shadows, indicate them. So we don't want to make it look like line art. You know, I'm not going to like draw in my nose like this and do my mouth like that. I want everything to kind of look more natural and more blended together. So that's why I'm kind of being sketchy and kind of scribbly about it in some places. You can feel free to change this too. Like if you don't like the position the eyes are in, or if there's something wrong with the photo, the person's not smiling or something, you can change all that. I think that we don't need our sketch anymore. We'll add another layer, call it dark tint. That'll also be a multiply layer. Do a lot of tinting in this technique. So we'll take a color that we're going to use for our shadow here. We'll go ahead and start adding in some shadow area here. I want to pay attention to what color the shadows are too. Like I see on my face up here in my photo, they're pretty orange, but when they get down towards my neck, they start to get more purple or blue. So I need to make sure that I do that as well. Adding color to your skin and to your paintings, like colors that you wouldn't normally think would be there, like my skin's not blue, but the shadow's blue in the photo, so you have to really pay close attention to the stuff like that. Just kind of going around my photo and hunting by eye and looking for just these dark areas. Need some more sideburn going down. Shade in where the eyes are. I'll be going a little too heavy on these shadows, but that's okay because I can dull them down a little bit too. Like we can play with the opacity of this layer, and then we can get different results. So for now I'm going to keep them pretty dark like this. And a little bit on the mouth here. There's some shadow. Kind of underneath my chin. I'm using some gray here. Gray's good to use sometimes. Gray is one of those colors that it's kind of like a chameleon in a way. If you put it next to other colors, it can kind of change, and what you see might make the gray look like an entirely different color. You gotta think a lot about what the contours of the face are too. Like if you've done some anatomy drawing and you know where the contours of the skull are, it'll make this a lot easier. I'm going to use white. Since we're on a multiply layer, we can in some places subtract from what we put down here if we need to, anywhere that we need to do it. It's good to do rim highlights along the face. I don't really have to worry about erasing all this background stuff, but so if we erase some of it there, it kind of gives us a little bit of a highlight along the neck. That's looking better.